subculture to MGTOW. Better safe than sorry. MGTOWs will say that feminism has destroyed the social contract between men and women. It's hard to disagree with that observation. But if you search for channels on YouTube about MGTOW, you'll find pages upon pages of videos with narratives backing these claims up with very well thought out analytical breakdowns, taking it further into a passive-aggressive hate movement. Ultimately, persuadable and frustrated men are the target of these recruitment videos. I happened across a video once by a MGTOW explaining that avoiding marriage isn't enough anymore, that feminism had infiltrated civil law to the point that vindictive women could file domestic violence restraining orders in the United States against a man they weren't living with. And even though they weren't married, she could divorce rape him, all without proof, without his knowledge, and without a shred of evidence. All women need to do is claim that you're violent, and the law will immediately side with them. Scary stuff, right? By the end of such well-presented lectures, they'll have many men incorrectly believing that all women are demons. While I don't disagree with the threat, it's the significance of the threat that I question. Let's dig into the math used. MGTOWs are great with stats. The content creator in this recruitment video provided numbers that suggested there are 900,000 domestic violence restraining orders filed every year in the United States. Asking how would you, as a man, like to be removed from your house, have your car taken away, and half your stuff gone based on allegations, not evidence? Now, what if women filed these 900,000 restraining orders? While it's unlikely to be the case, for the sake of the argument, let's assume all of them were. There are now 325 million people in the U.S., of which men account for about half. That leaves us with 162,500,000 men, and we know about 40 million of those men are under the age of 20. So we can assume there are 122.5 million men that might have been exposed to this potential threat with a woman. Remember, in this recruitment video, the man isn't living with anyone else and is only dating women on an exclusive basis. That's 0.7% of the male population. Statistically insignificant. Let's put it into perspective. According to the data from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, the individual American driver's odds of dying as a result of an injury sustained in an automobile crash, which includes pedestrians, bicyclists, and motorcyclists involved in car crashes, comes out to around 1 in 77. That works out to 1.29%. The vast majority of the population can go through life without dying in a car accident. However, MGTOWs are telling men the threat is so great that all men should now completely avoid half the population or just get a doll. Conclusion. Personally, I don't care what you do with your time or where you stick your dick. A prostitute, doll, your hand, or a hot woman. I'm not the penis police. What I do have a problem with, though, is other men in need of help being misled by people so they can sell snake oil to them. Weaponizing them to hate how society is before selling them some silicone doll.
In half a mile, turn left.
To have sex with for $3,000. Granted, men have the burden of performance. Women just need to show up and look pretty. But MGTOWs appear to want men to stop playing the game that, truthfully, no man can ever fully check out of. Unless you live in a cabin in the woods with no connection to society, you'll always be a cog in the wheels.
In 0.1 miles, turn left.
Female primary social order. Even MGTOWs that scratch their itch by using sex dolls.
Turn left.
Part of the feminine imperative.
How's it going? Good? Great. Which way should I? Both ways?
Yep. So you go back to Dutch John and pretty much you're only that right now.
Dutch John. Okay, how far back is that?
That's just the next town, I don't know, 8 miles.
Oh, okay, cool. Thank you.
Good luck.
Thanks.